So the didgeridoo, as it's commonly known these days, also known as the yidaki, yigi. I've heard other names given to this Aboriginal instrument. This comes from the Aboriginal people, the original First Nations people of what we could now call Australia. And it's a sacred instrument that has been held in their ceremonies a secret for longer than anyone actually knows. And the fact though is that this instrument has made its way through various ways, has migrated from there and was also found in other parts of the world, in fact. It may actually also, one of the other instruments is a Mayan instrument.
Another ancestral form of the didgeridoo that was found amongst the Mayan people is known as the Honta, or la Trompeta Maya, which was a general term to describe this instrument, which would often be made out of agave or yucca and would be in the shape of a long trumpet-like form, sometimes used also with clay and gourd, and would be played in a drone-like fashion, much like the didgeridoo. These instruments were often depicted in Mayan art, showcasing their role in ritual and music.
This beautiful instrument was made out of probably this material here, which is the agave. So if you've ever seen an agave, it grows in the southwestern desert of the United States, in Mexico. Plant that grows and protects its water. It kind of looks like an aloe vera plant, but much stronger spikes. And it captures the water and funnels all the water to its heart, and it protects the water with these spines sticking out. And once in its lifetime, usually anywhere from 30 to 70 years, when the rain and the conditions are right, it blooms, it opens and it shoots up a stalk, and the stalk then blooms like this. And after it dies and the seeds all fall, it dies and it dries out, and we collect it carefully, like this one here. We cut it, we pull back all the spikes, and we harvest it from the bottom, and then we hollow it out from the inside to create this tube. And the Aboriginal people, the way that they would do it, as I'm told anyways by my elders, is that it wasn't made the old ways. It was eucalyptus, and they would be perhaps on a walkabout, and the termites would actually hollow out the eucalyptus. And so they would listen for one that was hollow, and that's how they would select it, and then be able to then prepare it, clean it up, and then use it in ceremony. So this one is an agave. This is more like probably the Mayan style in the southwest and down into the tropical parts of Mexico, what we now call Mexico. And so this one, for me, I live in the desert, and so it felt very close to home to work with this beautiful instrument and really a flower. So it's rare, maybe someone used to say, I get to perform, I get to play a flower to you and to blossom your heart with the sounds of this instrument. What's significant is that it's ultimately a tube, right? And what it is extending the instrument, which is the body. And so this tube that we then play through, right, this hollow bone, it allows us to do something known as, I call spiral breathing. Many people know it as circular breathing. I don't think it's just circular because it actually spirals, it's moving through time, yeah? And the diaphragm, the back pressure, the air within this instrument, this hollow channel, it pushes, it has its own pressure. And so when you blow into it with your lips vibrating, it then pushes back on those lips and allows you to do something that is really remarkable. It allows you to do this technique where you can breathe in through your nose while you push the air out of your cheeks, continuing the vibration, creating the perception that it's one continuous, never-ending spiral of sound and resonance. And that's one of the things that's so beautiful. And as you play this, whoever plays this instrument, if you ever feel called to this instrument, which I really feel it helps you, all humans, I think it helps us to be better humans because it teaches you how to breathe. It's a master teacher of the breath. So as you ultimately learn it, it strengthens your diaphragm because you have to breathe diaphragmatically, and it teaches you how to breathe and cultivate all the connective tissue and the muscles through our throat, throughout our instrument, and makes you stronger and more present, brings you into the present moment. And it resonates all the muscles and bones and tissues of your face, of your cranium, throughout your entire body, such that even your optical nerve will vibrate. And when you look at LED clocks, they'll dance in front of you, and you'll be like, what's going on? Some magic. It is. It's the magic of resonance. And so I offer this to you, share a little bit of this amazing yidaki, this sacred instrument that is held, by so many peoples for so long. And I hope that it inspires you and teaches you to look to your breath and to connect in that way to the primordial sound of all of life, and that it may resonate your heart and bring you home. Ashe.